We have to get clear on it, because if that's what we have to do to make money, then we gotta know what we're actually trying to fucking do. So here's Alex's definition. Work equals outputs. Fancy image. Outputs equal volume times leverage. In plain speak, number of times you do something times how much you get out of each time you do it. How do we work faster? Work rate equals that same thing divided by time. Plain speak, output per minute of time. That is how you work faster. Which means that the hardest working man in the world can be objectively measured. That guy is the hardest guy working in the world. In 2022, he had $140 billion in net worth. For context, that's more than Bill Gates did his entire career in 1 year. Think about that for a second. And then next year, he did the exact same amount again. FYI, that's $2 billion a week. So output divided by time, there's the time, 1 year, there's the output. He's the hardest working guy. So who's gonna be the 2027 champ? Point of me doing this is that I hope it's somebody here. Who would like to be the 2027 champ? All right, let's rock. So if you want to be it, then please pay attention, this will help you. So, how can we get more output? Which in the game of business is enterprise value. It's how much shit is worth. Outputs, right? We have this one and now I've got a nice flexi arm. Volume is the number of times we move the lever. I literally made all these images this morning. All right, I'm very, very proud of them. All right, volume is the number of times you move the lever. The leverage is the length of the lever itself that you're using. The outputs is how much you can lift on the other side. So let's look at a couple examples. You guys can just shout it when I say, just say high or low. So, high or low? Low. High or low? High. High or low? Very high. The reason I put this one in here is that at a certain point, it's not about how strong the person is. It all depends on how much leverage you have. That's the point of this slide. Now, high or low? Volume times 1,000, the thing's just as long as the other one. Highest, yes. So now that we understand what work is, you can either do more activity or you can do it with more leverage to get more output. Doing more is capped by time and physical ability. How much you get, AKA leverage, is uncapped. No cap. I learned that. Gen Z, there we go. Now, fun fact, Warren Buffett took home $500 million in dividends last year from Coca-Cola as an owner. The CEO took home 50. He spent less time working on Coca-Cola than the CEO did. So, is he working harder? By the definition that we did, yes. More output. We've been playing the game wrong. If you want to outwork your competition, what you really should be doing is out-leveraging them. So who gets more done? We got one person who does 100 calls a day, another person who does 100 calls a day. The guy who has more skill. One guy makes 100 calls, another guy makes 100 calls. The guy who's better on the phone gets more output. Okay, let's say they're equal skill. They're working 8 hours a day, making calls. Oh, I forgot to ask the question. Who gets more work done? There's the answer. The guy that has the automated dialer that keeps his talk time the highest. Okay, same skill, same number of hours, and same automated dialer to maximize talk time. Now who gets more work done? The guy who has the best list. Okay, they've got the same list. The same skill, same dialer, 8 hours a day. The guy who's calling to the right season, the right time of day. Who wants to be calling selling shit during December if you're selling physical products? Who wants to sell on Black Friday? Of course. More leverage, same work, more output. Okay, let's say all this stuff's equal. Now who's even? All right, what else do we have? Nice, he actually called it. The guy calling with the better offer. Now we've got the same time of year, same list, same offer, same dialer, equal skill, 8 hours a day. Now who's gonna do it? It's gotta be equal now, right? The guy who recorded his pitch and sent it to 10 million people. Now, to push this even further, what if the guy made 0 calls and didn't do anything? Who makes more against the best caller on earth? The guy who's got a team. He's got 15 dudes on the phone. I don't care how good you are. And if you're like, well, I think I could beat 15, you can't beat 1,500. I don't care who you are. Leverage. And that guy made 0 calls. I have more people calling for me today while I'm on stage. Leverage. The game is rigged, and you've been playing by rules that do not exist. If you want to make more money, you need to get more for your time. You need more leverage. And this should make sense because we all trade time for money. And I can prove this to you. You spend time every second of your life. You receive money over the time that you are alive. So, money divided by time equals rate of output. We are all paid dollars per hour. The reason I'm specifically saying this to this audience is that y'all get fooled all the fucking time by passive income. It's not passive. It's less active, but it is not binary. It is not active or passive. It's how active is it? So if you make one trade in the stock market, all the time it took you to analyze the deal, and every other deal you decided not to do, and then execute the trade, and then raise the money and do all the other stuff, that is all the time that it took you to do that. Now, after that point, you have increasing returns per unit of time. Is this making sense? The point I'm making here is that time is the thing. We all have the same $24 in our wallet, and it's about how we allocate them and what we get back for them, how well we trade. Just said that. There you go. Degrees, all that. So leverage is the difference between what you put in and what you get out.